to be an eye to see. It's not, you can't expect an ear to see. There's certain things within the body that operate how it's supposed to be, similar to marriage. I am the wife. I am in charge of certain things, guardian of the home, helping with the children, help. That is so I can make it easy for my husband to do what he needs to do. There's a balance there. It's not, and then you get into the people who are saying, well, my husband's abusive. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the beautiful, beautiful sacred marriage of when you are at the altar, you become one with your spouse. And the problem is that I feel as if some women, after they have children, they lose that fire that they got at the altar, that fiery spirit of this is the man I've been praying for, and they get burned out because of the kids or because of circumstances. And then it's like, oh, submitting to my husband, that sounds exhausting. It's supposed to be liberating. It's supposed to be freeing. You are in charge of what you're in charge of. Your husband's in charge of what he's in charge of. And it's supposed to be a beautiful marriage of a teamwork and symbolic within biblical marriage and symbolic within how God and Jesus and everything, just your whole faith is supposed to operate. So submission's a beautiful,
it says submit
thing.
As Christ submitted, that submit to your husbands as, I have to look at the exact verse. But.
Husbands, yeah.
Oh, husbands submit to
Ephesians
Christ.
5.
Yeah. I mean, I've never found obviously any problem with it, but do you think that most women struggle with it? Here it is. Yes. Submit to one another out of reverence for Christ. Mm-hmm. This submits that both husband and wives are called to serve and prioritize each other's needs. Mm-hmm. Do you think that most women struggle with it because of a kind of feminist mentality that has seeped in?
Yeah, because I feel as if Christianity in itself has become semi-feminized from the standpoint of, I know we've talked about this before, the Pinterest Christianity with the little flowers all over the beautiful scripted font and like making the Bible feminine. And it's not. It's a beautiful, beautiful, not even a story. I mean, it is a story, but it's a beautiful book on how to live your life. And it has nothing to do with being feminine or being masculine. It's all about Jesus. It's all about God. It always leads you back to God and always leads you back to how you're supposed to live your life biblically. But yeah, women, I think, are offended by that because they feel as if it makes them lesser than they are, which it makes them feel like they don't have the choice or the voice that they need to have in order to be quote unquote liberated. But that's the exact opposite. When you're in a biblical marriage, you are supported and you're loved and your viewpoint is just as important. But you have to let your husband lead.
Do you hear a lot of struggle with that topic of submission from women you talk to?
Yes and no. Yes, from the women who are not strong Christians, who are just more of in the world trying to figure out and navigate their marriage based on that standpoint. But I think it goes back to what you were saying. The men need to be prepared to take on that role. That's not a light role to carry,
No,
being the
with that.
leader of the home. So I think what happens is men who aren't prepared for that season of life, they leave the metaphorical pants on the ground. And so the women come in and put those pants on because they feel like I have to be this role, I have to play this role, and I need to be the provider, or I need to, and also too, I think mom guilt falls into it too, of like, I'm not providing for my family. If they worked in the workforce prior and now they're a stay-at-home mom, which is a huge blessing to have that opportunity to raise your babies like that. I think that they feel as if they're comparing their season to other people's. And so that's where I think, you get the moms and wives that are not wanting to submit. But I think the husband needs to always be in a position of understanding his biblical role as well for that to all, mesh together. And even if the husband understands it and reminds his wife, or the wife reminds the husband, like, let's pray together, let's recenter our relationship and marriage to make it healthy and Christ-centered. It's important.
You pick one.